Welcome back, gamers. Today we are going to go over why you are never safe in Vigor. But first, if this is your first time here, do us a favor, hit the like and subscribe below. Really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. So let's go over what topics we're going to discuss on why we say you're never safe in Vigor. So there's opportunities in the Outlands where you're going to either be in the open, you're going to be at POIs, you're going to be in seemingly random houses, or like we call it, just randomly Vigored. Sorry, I'm talking fast. Today is a big day, taking the family out after this to go see Thor, so we are excited. So I'm trying to get this video out as quick as possible, so I apologize if I'm rambling or speaking quickly. But in this game, you know, it's just unavoidable. You have to go to POIs to get loot or whatever you need, or in the open if you're going to be in random houses. So we're going to show you some tips and tricks here, you know. And again, do us a favor. This was not an easy video to get because some of it involves some camping, and that's not my play style. So, you know, help us out. We do it for you guys. So, all right, let's go to the first one, in the open. So as you can see here, we are on Broadland Bridges. And I'm going to show you. We're just running up. We're checking out houses to get loot. We had actually already been at another side of the map earlier. Got a kill. Person we killed really didn't have much. So I'm trying to get as much loot as I can because, you know, you need it to get the XP. And as you can see there, I mean, I'm not being quiet. I'm not hiding where I'm at. I'm trying to make noise because I want to get in an engagement. And, you know, you just tunnel vision. So you're never safe in the open. I mean, that's kind of an obvious one. But even when you think you're on a soft edge corner of the map where nobody ever goes, you've gone there 3 games in a row and nobody's there. It's that 4th time that you're not paying attention because you think it's safe and it's not. So being in the open, always got to have your head on a swivel. Now we'll talk about POIs. Here we are at the time safe on ground time. So what happened here? Well, they went to the time safe and they took, you know, we talked about this before, path of action. They took the most obvious route out of the time safe to an exit. You know, this is on the opposite side of the exit that you climb up on the opposite side of the map, where time safe is known to you know, spawn there. So by taking the most obvious route, they're laser focused on, I have the time safe, I'm going to get out. And you have to be careful when that happens because somebody's going to be sitting somewhere to get you. So always be aware of your surroundings and not, you know, taking the most obvious route or obvious path of action, as we call it. Here we're on Fisk. Sorry, Sag. So no. I always want to call it the wrong one. And so what I'm doing here is I'm literally coming up to the time safe. I hear interaction on the inside. One person is getting a kill on another. And, you know, I could rush in there, and I thought about it, but again, you know, purpose of this video was to show you, you know, to try to capture footage, to show people you're not safe no matter where you're at. Even if the signal detector says there's no signals left, people can have jammers and won't show up on your map. It only takes one time dying to an exit camper like that, and having the crows come out of nowhere when you're trying to exit on Battery Draug at the only unlocked exit, and somebody just starts, you know, spraying it down. So you know, here, you know, they get the kill, they probably think they're safe, you know, they're gonna go and get the time safe now. All right, pause it. As you can see, I even screwed that up.
You're making a movie. You're just showing people?
In here, I even kind of screwed up. I shoot too early. But now I unlocked the safe for him since he started it for me, which I wasn't sure you could do that actually, but you can. I've never actually timed it up that way. So you can, as long as one person hits it, the other person can too. And if somebody unlocks it really quickly in game, then you know they're teaming. So random house number 2. You can hear him coming. And the good old M249 spray and pray still works. So, but as you can see, I mean, you know, the person did everything right. You know, they're trying to sneak in through a window, but, you know, you have a third-person camera. This game is in third person. You can check your corners and rooms without actually going into the room, and that would be the tip I'd give here: is always check your corners. You know, you got to be careful what's out there, because a lot of people sit in random areas. You know, this house isn't really that important of a house. If anything, the only thing that good comes out of it is you might get a locked crate either on the second floor or into the garage, but that's not guaranteed either. So you always got to be careful. Check your corners whenever you're going into a house. No house is just random. The reason this clip is important is you can hear people outside fighting. And here, there was 2 players with newer guns, or not sure if they're new players or if people were just carrying the Thompson to carry it, but one person comes out the victor, was clearly hurt. As you can see, when they come in, it doesn't, I think I shoot him in the foot and he dies. So he was down to low health, and it takes no bullets basically from my gun to kill him. But he's coming in to heal, thinking it's safe, and it's not. So don't just run into houses, even if you're hurting, because, you know, again, we know when there's gunshots, people come running because they, you know, want to get into action. And the only reason I didn't really jump in on this one is, you know, I wanted to get this footage to kind of show that. And then finally, the last one we like to call being just Vigored. It happens, just happens sometimes. You know, this game has little quirks, and, you know, things just happen randomly. So here I've run into this, you know, this house, or this tree farm on Kijerston. So we heard him coming, opened the door, didn't check his corners. And I'm even guilty of it. I'll run into a house and not check my corners. And really, there, you know, clearly there was gunshots here a minute ago. This person was engaged in their own gunshots. Either I'm gonna guess they didn't have headphones in, because you would be able to hear if it was the distance audio wise. You would be able to hear if they were, if it was further off in the headphones. You might not hear it on TV. I know I didn't when I played without headphones. Like I said, I played my first like 50 encounters without it, and then as soon as I put them on, I'm hearing everything, and I'm getting kills just on audio alone. So this person clearly was in a firefight. They won. Had a really good haul. You're talking grenades, portable signal detector, contact bomb, food, fireworks, pitcher they have on them. They got the SVU, the machine gun 3, the gal. So they got a good haul from this, but because they ran into a house, weren't paying attention, they kind of just got vigored. And I'm in that house prior, getting a kill within like 10 seconds before. So clearly just. This is what happens when you don't have headphones and not checking your corners. Just overall, you're just never safe in this game. No matter when it tells you are, when you feel like, oh, I'm good here, you have to pay attention to that little game sense that kicks in and tells you, that, hey, I feel like there's somebody around, or I feel like, somebody's going to be here. So that's all we wanted to cover today. Again, we're going to go head out and watch Thor, so I'm super excited, but I appreciate everyone, dropping on to this channel, watching, liking, subscribing. It truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I appreciate you so much. It really helps. And I hope these tips help. Again, the overall, the overall theme is you're never safe. So be careful, be safe out there, Outlanders. I hope you get all the loot you can. And until next time, we'll see you and take care.